is in the works to develop its first Indo-Pacific strategy. And so it is time for Canada to truly own its role as a Pacific nation. The Indo-Pacific is a region of critical economic and strategic importance that extends far beyond the region itself, and Canada recognized this. In all we do, Canada's approach to the region will be underpinned by our vision of a free, open, and inclusive Indo-Pacific with ASEAN at its core. Upholding these principles globally is all more important in the light of the current crisis in Ukraine. Canada is the only G7 country that has a free trade agreement with all other G7 countries. And we are also a partner through CPTPP. This is one of several Canadian strengths that will ensure these deals are mutually beneficial. We believe that, yes, indeed, an open, free Indo-Pacific, but also inclusive. Inclusive meaning many things. Inclusive in terms of the different countries we speak to. For us, the Indo-Pacific strategy includes also a relationship to China. Achieving Indonesia's laudable goals of to recover together, recover stronger, is all more difficult with Russia's unjustifiable attack on Ukraine. Russia's aggression threatens us all, Canada, Indonesia, and the Indo-Pacific. Russia's illegal invasion of Ukraine has dangerously undermined the world stability and all the rules that are linked to a multilateralism that maintains the principles of sovereignty, peace, and human rights. Russia's invasion of Ukraine, if not reversed, will make the Indo-Pacific, in fact, the whole world, less prosperous and less safe. So we know that at the end of the day, there will be a diplomatic solution, but because that's how usually war ends. We had intelligence indicating that there were 100,000 troops at the border. We decided to call out Russia regarding the fact that we were preoccupied with their presence at the Ukraine border. We called out Russia. I even had a conversation with Lavrov about it. And Russia's answer was always, "Oh, don't worry. These are military exercises." Or when there would be military exercises, they would go back, and there was nothing to be scared about. And we know now that they lied. Our goal is to end the war, and to end the war, we're putting maximum pressure against the Russian regime by isolating Russia at every single diplomatic forum possible until they reverse course. We want to make sure that other parts of the world are able to call out what Russia is doing, and there cannot be any form of fatigue, regarding what's going on in Ukraine. We can't become accustomed to these videos and these pictures. We can't accept the unacceptable. And I know that there are conflicts elsewhere in the world. I know that this has been an issue. A comprehensive and ambitious agreement between Canada and Indonesia could grow Indonesia's GDP more than $1 billion American dollars and increase bilateral trade by 1.2 billion American dollars. So diplomatically, Canada brings a vast set of networks and relations to the table. We have close ties with the Americas, with Europe, Africa, the Arctic, and members of the Commonwealth of La Francophonie and the UN. I know the president is very much business-oriented. We are back in Canada as well. So we want to finalize the free trade agreement discussions to be able then to have more infrastructure investment and different types of investments flow here and back in Canada as well. And if we don't reinforce ASEAN, there will be a vacuum created. And when there is a vacuum, there's always instability.
Yes.
So that is why we want to make sure that the approach, which back in Canada, we say by and for a region, so by and for the Indo-Pacific. So we know that Indonesia is a tough position right now because clearly Indonesia didn't seek this situation to happen. And the question of Russia's invasion of Ukraine has hijacked the agenda. I've mentioned myself that I will not be sitting at the same table as Lavrov, and the Prime Minister has been clear also that he would not be sitting at the same table as Putin. We need to address this situation. It is in line with our foreign policy. It is in line with our objective of isolating Russia until this situation is resolved.
But if Ukraine is invited, as Biden suggested, would you be open to that?
I think that Ukraine should be invited indeed.
Yeah, we think so too.
I think that President Zelensky has been very much, how can I say, his message has resonated around the world. I think his communications have been also very impactful, and that impact needs to be continued in time. And so we know that G20 is not only the leaders meeting, which is happening in November, it is also throughout the year with several ministers and several ministerial meetings. So we have to deal with this issue concretely soon. And so we had really good conversations today about it. What I've said is that we know that Indonesia is facing a situation which it did not ask for. We know that also it is an important year for Indonesia. And of course, Canada values its relationship with Indonesia, and we want to make sure that they can get through this year, although it is a difficult year geopolitically. I've said that I would not be sitting with Lavrov at the same table. The Prime Minister has said the same thing for Vladimir Putin. And also, we think that Ukraine should be invited. So this is our point of view. And I look forward to talking to my G7 colleagues and also engaging the G20 with the G7.